Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. It's Brother Tazapah here with you again with another lesson. And this lesson is going to lamb back on the lesson that Zaquan Manatazachba put together. I believe it was either last night, because the brother was yawning and stuff. He tired. We know that our ops, we got real ops out here. They seeking to wear out the saints. So I believe it was last night. I didn't check the date, but I did watch the video all the way through, because the video, and it was just by the Spirit. His video coincided with some info that I was checking out just today, so speak about serendipity, right? And so I said, hey, that's the Spirit. I know what my next lesson is going to be. And it's heavy because, everything in my spirit was saying 2025 is going to be the breaking point. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying what's going to happen, but 2025 has to be like a linchpin year to where, we're at a point to where things can't keep on as they are now. Something is going to have to take place, all right, to change the status quo. Now, what that something is, I have no idea. And see, this is what keeps us excited and interested, because we know what the prophecy says, but we don't know how the prophecies are going to exactly play out. So, hey, this is the elders video, Manatazachba from South Carolina, and it's the title here. Let me find the title. There we go. So you see the title to your left. Well, to your right, Salakia. Document confirms 6 billion humans will be deleted in 2025. All right, so and this is a WEF, World Economic Forum document, not just any document. This is coming from the World Economic Forum themselves, all right? And so you see what they're saying, and the brother left the link on his video, so I suggest you go check this video out, all right? Shout out to the brother out of South Carolina, because he left a link to the article. Now, I have a video that actually links to his article, all right? So, we're going to play that. Yeah, we're going to play that. So, let's see. Go here and show you. So you see the title on your screen of the article. All right, WEF document confirms 6 billion humans will die in 2025. And yes, where we are in the scope of prophecy, in the scale of prophecy, it lines up. Now here at Great Millstone, we don't give dates, because that's the quickest way to become a false prophet, is by giving dates and calling times. And, this is going to happen in such and such a time. I already know you're a false prophet. The Bible, is no dates in the Bible. So where are you getting this from? But right, and this ain't me saying that, or the brother saying that. Again, this is them saying 2025. And as the elder mentioned in his video, that's if the Most High allow them to do it in 2025. But we see where this thing is going. We see how it's all playing out, And so we're gonna get to, well, let's start here. All right, so let's start here. This is Psalms 64 and 8. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right, so who is the they? All right, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Who is this referring to? It's talking about none other than the elite, the ruling class of the Edomites that call the shots in the world. You understand? They are the movers, the true movers and shakers. Some of them you never even heard of. But this is referring to them. All right? So it's saying that they would be telling upon themselves, that their own tongues would accuse them of the very wicked and evil that they've been committing and acting as if they don't know what to do. I don't know where all this evil is coming from. But see, now it's coming out because, again, prophecy must be fulfilled. We're in the time of revelation. So truth is going to be revealed along with Yahushua before it's over and done. All right? They will find out, this whole world will find out that the God of this Bible, these scriptures, does exist and that he does rule and reign. All right? So again, Psalm 64:8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right? So it's telling you that they were going to tell on themselves because a trademark, I guess a telltale sign of the ruling elite. Well, one, a lot of them are Edomites. I mean, they're all Edomites, but, well, yeah, they're all Edomites. So beside that mark of Cain that they have, they're proud. All right? And their pride is what's going to take them under. This is why was Isaiah 14, about verse 12, it says, thy pomp shall be brought to the grave. And it's his own pomp, that's going to bring him to ruin. All right. So here, just to break it down a little further, this is Job 20:23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right. So yeah, this devil, he done made big plans. And right when he thinks he's about to cement his place in eternity, the Lord is going to come back and upset this devil. All right. He's proud right now. He's boasting of his plans and what he's going to do because, he feels confident in the work that he's already done. And you'll see what I'm saying as, we get into these videos. But he thinks he's at a point and position where no one can touch him. And he's about to have a very rude awakening because, as it says here again, Job chapter 20, verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, meaning when he thinks he's about to enjoy his new world order and all of the work that he did to oppress, slave, and oppress the people of the world, the Most High is going to deal with this devil. That's why it says, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He's going to get the wrath of the Most High. All right? Right when he thinks he's about to get that new world order, well, when he's about to enjoy it. And as I mentioned, Isaiah 14 says, verse 11, that is. So Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11, it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave. All right. And the Most High is using his pomp to do it. So his pride, his arrogancy is going to be brought low by his very pride. It's the Most High, but the Most High is using his pride to bring him down. So thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. All right? And the worms is representative of corruption, decay. All right? And that's what we see here in America and abroad. Everything is falling apart, decaying. That's infrastructure, and that's the people morally are decaying. Everything under this devil is in ruin. All right? And then you got people don't want to preach Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai correctly. They don't want to give you his name. They want to make all of these false doctrines up to keep you in deception. And we know that there was some set aside to do that. But what we need in these times is truth. All right? That's why Great Millstone is your best friend. Because we telling you straight. We ain't sugarcoating or watering down anything. We shooting straight, letting you know so you and your family, if you have them, can prepare yourselves. And that ain't in hoarding or investing in weaponry or even silver and gold. You prepare your soul by conforming to the image of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and that's only for the children of Israel who have the ears to hear, whom the Lord has blessed with the Holy Spirit that they can receive these words. And that's it. Predominantly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Now with that being said, we're going to get to some of this info, all right? So you saw the elders article, and this goes with that article. This video goes with it.
Official NASA documents reveal the agency has been preparing for decades to play a leading role in a mass extinction event in 2025 that will lead to the collapse of civilization and the depopulation of the majority of people on planet Earth. During a PowerPoint presentation, NASA's chief scientist Dennis Bushnell outlined plans for a devastating series of inside job terror attacks and biological warfare on US soil against US citizens in 2025 as part of the plot to destroy civilization as we know it. Alarmingly, many of the details outlined in the NASA PowerPoint presentation have already occurred, indicating that the plans for the mass extinction event are well underway. Before we dive in, join the People's Voice Locals community if you haven't already, and sign up to become a member of the world's first ever cyber nation that truly believes in life, liberty, and the pursuit of your dreams. Visit joson.com and click the Join Us button today. It's completely free. Dennis Bushnell at the Langley Center in July 2001 detailed a plan to wage a war on humanity and radically depopulate the planet in the year 2025. According to the NASA presentation, the year 2025 will feature terrorist attacks in the United States, biological attacks, and an EMP or electromagnetic pulse. Critical infrastructure will be destroyed as part of the plan to bring civilization to its knees, and American citizens will be tortured on primetime news. Deborah Tavares has the details about this disturbing NASA presentation.
It was on the NASA website, and it was a document that actually is a PowerPoint presentation by Dennis Bushnell, the chief NASA scientist at the Langley Center. And it was presented in 2001, July of 2001, just a few months before 9/11. And what brought my attention to it and immediately rang some uncomfortable realizations was when we first came across it. It says on the website, future strategic issues, future warfare circa 2025. And as I decided to just flip through it quickly to see what it was about, I was a little stunned on page 4. It said the presentation is based in all cases upon existing data, trends, analysis, technologies, no pixie dust. And the entire premise of the document, or the PowerPoint, is about robots, cyborgs, and humans.
According to NASA, the human race has not evolved to the point of usefulness for the global elites, so they're going to exterminate the majority of us and enslave the rest. The document clearly states that the global elites, along with government agencies like NASA, will deploy silent weapons in a covert war against humanity in 2025, with the ultimate goal of depopulating the planet.
So who wrote this NASA document, and was this intentional? Did they want the public to see this, do you think, or?
Well, again, the Illuminati, the most wealthy, rich men on the face of the planet, always telegraph everything that they're going to do. So the fact that it was on the NASA website, it was certainly available to the public, but did they see it? Obviously not. Because had they looked at this document, you would know about it right now. And we don't. And that's the purpose of this discussion, is for people to know about this document. Again, the conflict between the future and the fact that they said it was a current reality in 2001 of July when this was actually presented. And what it said, which was quite shocking, on page 93, it said, "Capture, torture Americans in living color on prime time." And that is an unbelievable statement. Then it's followed up by saying, "Terror attacks within the continental United States using binary biologicals take down critical infrastructure. They are going to use an EMP, which is an electromagnetic pulse. They're going to use radiation frequencies against our brains, etc., and conduct serious cyber and collateral damage and exploitation." On the same page 93, they say exploit CNN syndrome. Now, CNN, of course, is the network, the news media network, propaganda machine, and was set up by the CIA. You can watch the movie called War on stopthecrime.net for all the background information on CNN. Very, very interesting information. Then you go on and you read that on page 66, they say increasingly critical are human limitations and human downsides. Humans are too large, humans are too heavy, too tender, humans are too slow, both physically and mentally, and we require huge logistical trains, meaning we cost way too much money to maintain, and humans have rapidly decreasing to negative value. Can you even believe this? I mean, you're hearing this, and it's got to be rather shocking.
So that's the gist of the video. It's only a few minutes left. And what I want to highlight, she spoke on that, coinciding again with the elders video, which said that the elites, or the document came out, WEF document, that the elite plan on knocking off 6 billion people. All right. And that's even on track with the Georgia guidelines that they destroyed. But she's telling you how they're going to do it with their technology, because you can't do that with 6 billion people with bullets and bombs. Even with the bombs that they have, they would destroy the world to have to kill that many people, and this really ushers us into the, judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he's using this white man to bring about the demise of the wicked, the rebellious, the unbelieving, But right, you can count on that. He's going to use his technology, and not just, as she was saying, to mess with your brain, disrupt your bodily functions, and to kill you right off. But also, their technology will coincide with the juice that everybody took during the pandemic. So you will see outbreaks like nothing you've ever seen before. So that's how they can be so boastful in killing so many people. Because that's a lot of killing. But when all you do is play a frequency and just watch the people drop like flies, that's a different story. Now check this out. Just in case you say, I'm tripping. And go from there, we're going to play this one.
Warning, you may never
no,
eat
that ain't the
bread
one,
again
Shalakia.
after watching this video. Now, I do know...
No. I'm missing one. Damn it. No. Okay. This is it.
Be rather shocking coming off of a NASA website, particularly.
No, that ain't it either. Wait. Okay.
The side of Earth through Wi-Fi, and it's called Psychoneurobiology and War. You've seen it? And he did in front of lawyers. He said this is a crime against humanity, and he anybody jabbing this thing is Pfizer. It was Pfizer. Is a criminal. And he confirmed oxygraphene. He confirmed parasites. He confirmed metal, chrome, nickel that should never be there, all massively nanoparticle. And then he also confirmed there is a RFID type of thing in there.
An RFID type of thing in there. All right. So now all of this is coming out. What she's describing is the contents of some of those jabs. All right.
So he did a very interesting move. He took lawyers to say and to affirm. Now, there are others, and it's very interesting, how we go in a creamy scene. We have one more element, one more, some contradictory, some not. A lot of people are talking of mRNA, spike, mRNA, but they never really give the nature of this mRNA. And two scientists started to do the whistleblowing, Dr. Nagazi in Canada and Dr. Monteverde. And for me, that was a key to this creamy scene. And they said that for something to be biological, you need phosphor and nitrogen. And they found nothing like that in all the vials they saw, and it was confirmed again after. So it's not biological. What is in this little vial is not biological. So what is it? It is synthetic, nanotech,
Yes.
and beyond. Maybe other things we don't know. You see.
Exactly. Right. It was not biological. However, well, I'm gonna just leave it at that. It was a bio tool to accomplish a means. And that means is what the brother spoke of in his video. So it's a tool expressly for that purpose. All right? What she's talking about.
I leave it open because we are in such a crazy situation of evil that we have to be open so that we can stop and treat people. So now.
And so that's pretty much the gist of what she's saying. But she said how, this is about this evil. How she worded? Let me see.
Situation of evil that nanotech.
Yes.
And beyond, maybe other things we don't know. You see, I leave it open because we are in such a crazy situation of evil that we have to be open so that we can stop and treat people. So now in the scientific community where I speak a lot, in conference, I show the graphic of first question, is it biological or not? It's not, it's synthetic. It corresponds with what David Martin said. I should never have accepted those patents. They're all synthetic, not biological. Then you...
Right. They introduced a foreign technology into not just your body, like your tissue or skin. No, directly into your bloodstream. What did the Lord say? And see, this is why y'all gonna fail, who don't want to believe in the Bible, who don't want to teach the scriptures the right way. The Lord say life is in the blood. So you contaminate the blood, you contaminate life. And that's what's happening on the earth. People are polluted and contaminated. And we're going to know who real soon. So she said, we're in such a crazy situation of evil right now. Right, because the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. And I got to show you this one. He's going to go even further, real quick video, and we're going to close out with scripture.
Pathogens, and these 3 pathogens are, I'm not 100% sure what these pathogens are, but one of them is what they call the Marburg virus, which is essentially a pathogen that mimics the hemorrhagic fever, that creates the hemorrhagic fever component. It's similar to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Essentially, now from 2 different sources, we have confirmation, and I've talked to one of those sources myself.
So remember that. He said from 2 different sources. Now, I've given you 3 where they don't really I mean, they do. No, they do. They do. So I've given you 3 sources. All right, along with the article that Elder Manatazachba went into. So I gave you the video from that publication or dealing with that article, and as well as these 2 other videos in where she was talking about, the lady previous was speaking about what the vaccine is. All right. It's not biological. So therefore, it's creating these synthetic proteins or whatever it's doing to change your very genetic makeup. You know? So now he's explaining what it's all for. All right. So I thought it was at the beginning. Now we're starting at the beginning. So Salakia.
Essentially, now from 2 different sources, we have confirmation, and I've talked to one of those sources myself, that there's something within the vaccines that is being considered as a bioweapon, which is, again, not a new term, but that this particular component within the vaccines, it's almost like a payload. Now, think of a payload. What does that mean, a payload? A payload is like when there's a detonation, you have a truck or a trailer, and it's got a bunch of dynamite or explosives on it. So they call it a payload. It's designed to deliver a massive eruption or detonation. So they call it a payload because it's not it wouldn't be like a normal onslaught. It would be like a massive onslaught. And so there's going to be a payload with some type of pathogen that will be activated by a sequence of 5G bursts. And these will be basically off of 16 to 18 gigahertz frequency, and it will be essentially 3 bursts that will be sequential and last a minute. And those will be designed, those bursts will actually create a signal that will release this payload that is within the hydrogel component of the vaccines. So what exactly is in there? There's supposed to be 3 pathogens, and these 3 pathogens are, I'm not 100% sure what these pathogens are, but one of them is what they call the Marburg virus, which is essentially a pathogen that mimics the hemorrhagic fever, that creates the hemorrhagic fever component. It's similar to that.
And that's it. So
essentially, now.
Yeah. So what he's saying is that the vaccines, they have this component, this hydrogel, which I've spoke on in the past, that it hides a secret component. And that component is released with certain frequencies or a series of frequencies. Now, if you think he's bullshitting, that movie, Netflix, that everybody was, it was the buzz, what that was last year. What was that movie? Forget the World or leave the world behind. Leave the world. I forget the title. I believe it was Leave the World Behind, something to that effect. But this is what he's talking about. All right. In that movie you saw, you noticed that, there was a lot of the population was missing. Well, they was missing because a lot of them was dead. But in that movie, they showed you that they used the frequency. It was the frequency that did it by the picture that was in the people's home. Well, it was the rental house or Airbnb that they rented. What's her name? Was it Sandra Bullock? And what's his name? I forget the leading man. But that was a picture of the frequency. The spikes, spikes, peaks, and valleys, which represented a signal. Just like if you was to look at, a signal on a oscillator, it moves up and down. So they were showing you in that movie, Leave the World Behind. Exactly what he's saying. And it looks like that's going to be I guess you could say, the main part of their attack. And then again, you will have TIs, that's targeted individuals who may not have had the juice, that they'll, direct frequencies to. They have a lot of your blood, which if you remember the last 007, it was a movie about a bioarsenal that could target specific people because it was based on the people's DNA. So a lot of you through 23andMe, you've given your blood, and that had come out to be a scandal. The 23, I think it's 23andMe, where you try to identify your ancestors going back to the past, so you give them a sample of your DNA. Yeah, that was for the bioarsenal that they're getting ready to unleash. Their own tongue is falling upon themselves. Matter of fact, she said we're in such a situation of evil. Matter of fact, let's see here. Now I'm gonna go here first. Right, and it's only gonna get worse. All right, this evil, we're just at the tip of the iceberg of this evil, which breaks down etymology wise is a bad time. So Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." Woe to, so, rejoice if you in the spirit world, or if your people then passed on and then went to the spirit world. Shit, they chilling. All right, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah. So it's you about to see even greater evils than these. You just reading about it. Wait till you see it. Hemorrhagic fever. That's some nasty, ugly shit. I mean, you liable to start bleeding out your eyes, out your ears, mouth. There's some nasty shit coming down the pipe. And so, you see, because like I said, well, here Deuteronomy 19:15, one witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth. At the mouth of two witnesses, or at the mouth of three witnesses, shall the matter be established. All right, so I done gave you at least three And these are testimonies. I done gave you 3 testimonies from people that did the research, been doing the research, and they're reporting their findings. You know? Is it really? Yeah, really 4 if you want to add Deborah to it, Tavares. You know, so we had Deborah, the doctor, I didn't pay attention to her name, the female doctor, and then the guy at the end. You know, these are people that's researched. And then on top of that, you got the people's voice. You know? So, however, and whenever it goes down, they didn't spend all this money on this juice and take a chance for all of these lawsuits, class action lawsuits, to be fired at them. They didn't take that gamble without, you know, they wouldn't have did it if they didn't have a sure bet or a reason to put that out. They didn't do that haphazardly. They did it with the intent, you know, to take out masses of the populations without firing a shot. And it's called silent weapons for quiet wars. You know, so this is what's coming. So with that, I'm going to end it right there. Got to get ready for class, and I'll sit to the next one. Stay up. Shalom.